nothing but time for gardening. Okay, well, you see, when you have your fertilizer, you want to make sure your fertilizer is just right. You don't want it to be too nitrogen-based because that'll damage the roots of the tomato plant. Now, you also want to make sure in the right kind of soil. You want to make sure your soil is not too hard or not too soft. You want to make sure that, because you see the soil, if it's too hard, it'll cut the very tender outer of the roots of the tomato plant. You do not want cut up roots. You want your roots to remain nice and tender, like a baby's bottom. Okay. So yeah. So to sum it all up, you want to make sure you have very mild soil, and you don't want it to be too nitrogen based. Do you have any more gardening questions for Sheena? Potatoes. Well, you gotta make sure your soil is deep because you have to remember potatoes are a root plant. They grow under the soil. Okay. Now also you have to remember since they grow underground, they're going to be more exposed to the soil. So you're gonna want to make sure that the soil is just right. Because you have to remember you are what you eat, and if your soil is too phosphorus based, it will give it a bit of an acidic taste, and you do not want that. So you want to make sure your soil is just right, not too phosphorus based. I say more on the nitrogen side. I mean, very good because it all comes from nodes. Okay. And that's basically it. You don't want too rough of the soil. You want to make sure you keep it properly hydrated, because if you do not, then your plant skin will get rotted and you end up with rotten potatoes. Nobody likes rotten potatoes, now do we? Ha 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 ha. Alright, any more gardening questions? That's a good question, Zach. Now when you're planting testicles, you don't want to plant them too deep in the ground, because you have to remember that as soon a baby will, yes, a human baby will be born, but you don't want to bury it too deep because the baby will suffocate in the soil. And also, you want to constantly keep checking on the baby. You don't want it to get overgrown. Because I remember this one guy, he left it in there for around 18 years or so, and next thing he knows, he has like a big 17-year-old baby. And nobody likes that now, do we? Any more questions?
Yeah, what the fuck are you on about?
Gardening. I'm talking about gardening. This is Gardening Hour with Sheena.
Testicle? Okay. Tell me how the fuck do I grow $2 million by tonight?
Could you repeat that, sir?
Tell me how can I grow $2 million by tonight?
That's not a gardening question. I only answer gardening questions.
How can I grow?
Money does not grow on trees, sir. And
No,
as for you,
testicles do
Zach,
not grow on trees.
Tony, one question at a time. Please do not be rude, or I will have to mute you. Alright, now as for Zach, now, semen is a very odd thing. You see, you can use it on plants, and you can intermate. Now, basically, like if you come on like let's say a potato plant, you'll have like a half potato, half human hybrid. Well, and you can name it potato hum, a pata human, a pata human, or whatever. Hutato. I don't even know. But yeah, you can't directly grow anything, but you can interbreed. And you want to make sure you get it early towards the stages of growing. Okay, because if you do it too late, then you'll just end up with something with Down syndrome. Nobody likes Down syndrome. Alright, any more questions? Alright, well I'm glad we've got all these questions. Oh, damn it. Alright, more questions apparently. Can you plant yourself and grow tomatoes over here? Well yes you can. First you have to plant some tomatoes, and I mean some tomato seeds. Like you have to put them in your mouth, and you just want to keep them in there. And you want to make sure you do not swallow them. If you swallow those tomato seeds, that'll be the worst thing you can possibly do. Just keep them in your mouth as you plant yourself, and the tomato plant will grow. Also, you will not need to breathe because tomato plants put off oxygen, which is a very good thing. Okay, any more questions?
How can I grow a Shino?
If you plant a corpse on a bush sprout with natural hands. No, but you'll more than likely get goblins and maybe some ogres. Okay, well, what do you want to do with tomato? Excuse me, not tomatoes, strawberries, all these red things getting used. Alright, so strawberries. Basically, strawberries we want to do. Now, as you know, strawberries grow in bushes. So you don't want to plant strawberry bushes too close together because you want to have ample walking room between them. And also, you want to make sure they can grow up to be very sparse. And also, you know what else works as good fertilizer for them? Horse shit. Now, you just go out to the horse fields, pick up a few bags of horse shit, and then you just slightly sprinkle it around the roots of the bushes. Guarantee you it will be the best strawberries you'll ever have. Well, you see, it depends on what you eat. What is your main diet, Mr. Zach? Like, what do you eat more? Do you eat more like vegetables or meat? Badass. Alright, so, you're more than likely not gonna want to use your shit. I mean, if you went outside and maybe start eating grass, then it might be better. But just eating meat, that's not really gonna do it. And stop eating all that meat, you fat fuck. Well, urine has ammonia in it, so if you're planting tomatoes and other root plants, you're not gonna want to do that. But you planting other things or work on gardens, I'm going to just slow down. Then this is out my area expertise. I'm gonna hand it to Tony. Tony, can you answer the man's question?
No.
Okay, well I'm just gonna take my best guess. Alright, so what you're gonna do, you're gonna make sure you drink a lot of water. And also you're gonna want to plant it inside the intestines. If you don't plant it inside the intestines, then it's not gonna get ample amount of water. Okay?